Dr. Rabinovich, Alexandria, Alex. I'm leaving this on the secure channel. Couldn't reach you earlier, and this might be important. I just finished at the corporate gym. Derek spotted me for some upper body work. We were doing flat bench press. I loaded 315 pounds, 3 plates aside. Derek always spots me when I go heavy, just in case. Now, before I go any further, I want to say something for the record. Alex, I recognize that young lifters need to know that spotting someone on a heavy bench press isn't casual. I came down on Derek when Jenna offered to spot him. If you can't handle the full weight yourself, you have no business spotting. It's reckless and can get people killed. In our case, Derek has developed the strength to lift 315 pounds himself, even though he doesn't have the huge muscle mass most people would expect for that level. Even you and other astrobiologists and genetic evolutionary scientists contracted by the agency were amazed that a 16-year-old without massive bulk could bench press that kind of weight. But Derek's unique, more than I came to terms with until today. So, back to the gym. Derek helped me unrack. The first few inches were fine. Then gravity hit like a freight train. My triceps and pecs gave out. The bars started dropping toward my chest. Fast. Derek's face. I've never seen fear in him before. But as he grabbed the bar, something happened. His eyes, they weren't his usual dark blue. The pupils glowed, a blue phosphorescence. Brilliant, like the core of a fusion reactor, or starlight in deep space. Our eyes locked. Derek was facing the window, so nobody saw his eyes, thankfully. And then with one hand, he caught the bar. In a split second, that is how fast his reflexes were. 315 pounds. Lifted it without hesitation. Not heaved, not struggled, just steady, controlled, like it was weightless. If he hadn't, I wouldn't be leaving this message. That bar would have crushed my ribs, maybe worse. But it wasn't just strength. When I looked in his eyes, I saw something else. His pupils. They reminded me of the planet Earth from orbit, the pale blue dot. The image that astronomer Carl Sagan described. Not a metaphor, literally. That's when it hit me. This isn't just my son. This is my Pentillion son. I now look at myself in the mirror. I am Pentillion, Alex, just like my mom and dad. I've never knowingly shown that glow, not once. Well, maybe that's not entirely true. Asha would stare into my eyes when I was about to go in for a kiss, and she whispered, "Beautiful." Did my eyes phosphoresce before she whispered, "I see you too, my love," even though both my parents did exhibit what you called a phenomenon here and there when they were emotional. But Derek, this is different. I'm thinking, and correct me if I'm wrong, the, for lack of a better word, hybridization between my Pentillion genes and Asha's Ethosan genes. It's triggered something latent, not just raw strength, but evolutionary in scope. And Dr. Alex, that's not the only thing. When I looked in the mirror a few weeks ago, the crow's feet around my eyes, they're fading, no skin cream, no clinic, just gone. Asha noticed too. Said I looked the way I did when we first met on Ethosa. She wasn't just saying it to flatter me. She meant it. And our connection? Let's just say we're like we were in our youth. I'll never forget how she said, "Pentillions don't age. We weather and we heal." She pulled me aside last night, said, "You remind me of the man I met at the Stellar Forum outside of the Blue Dunes. The man who swept me off my feet. Remember?" She wiped a tear from my eyes and said, "I see you do. I don't think either of us expected that. You joked in our last session. Are you getting more rest or aging in reverse?" Well, it's starting to feel like the second option. By the way, I appreciate your wisdom from those counseling sessions. I am so sorry that your dad passed away. Maybe he is in Paradiso. Asha says that is where people go who pass on. Who am I to disagree with her hopeful beliefs? Maybe he is, Alex. Just maybe. Asha and I hope to attend your dad's funeral. Whatever tension Asha and I had before, it's gone. We don't need any more sessions. Not for now. But that's not why I'm really calling. At Starbucks the other day, you mentioned something about Derek's conditioning. Then you dismissed it. Careless wording, you said, brushing it off. I didn't push you then. Didn't want to make a scene, but I'm pressing now. What did you mean? If there's something you're not telling me, Alex, tell me. I'm his father. I have a right to know, not as new physics CEO. Not as your patient, as his father. I was read into the Dark Mirror project, so you can't keep anything about Derek from me. My clearance is as high as yours, remember? And Alex, I have to tell you, after the lift, a trainer pulled me aside, gave me respectful but forceful criticism. He said, Mr. Jones, respectfully, as CEO and my boss, you should never let your son spot you on that much weight, even if he's strong enough. It sets a bad example for younger lifters who think they can do the same. I told him Derek was capable. He shook his hand and said, "That doesn't matter. You're a role model. Teens and young adults will copy what they see you do. Rumor has it that Derek is their superhero. Encourage Derek to live up to their expectations." He was right, and these righteous words knocked the wind out of me. He was right. So, from now on, I'm going to use safety equipment and send out a corporate email mandating safety training with this trainer for every gym member. The kind of equipment with catch arms that stop the bar from dropping if something goes wrong. Not because Derek can't handle it. Because I need to set a good example. I should have thought of that from the start. Not just as a dad, but as a leader. Derek and I are planning to do legs next time. He's got me doing Romanian deadlifts. Targets the hamstrings, glutes, and lower back. Says it'll improve my posture and flexibility. He's turning into quite the coach. Talk soon, Dr. Alex.